Aloha, Tahoe, welcome back. I'm so excited about this next segment. I have to tell you, this is right in my wheelhouse about empowering our community, and they do it better than everybody, I have to tell you right here. Dr. Bree Moore, the co-founder, right? Co-founder or founder of the Courage Project,
Founder
right?
of the Courage
Founder,
Project.
there you go.
Yeah.
And Jay Wild, co-founder of course, the Waterman Foundation and the association as well. Excited to have you here. You're doing great work in the community, and I appreciate it. I've been doing stories on you.
Thanks.
So thank you, first of all.
Thank you.
And thank you for coming in. Tell people a little bit about the Courage Project, certainly with regard to mindfulness and how this applies to people in their daily lives.
Yeah, thank you so much for having us here. It's really great opportunity to be able to talk about what we've been up to. So the Courage Project is a local nonprofit organization founded in 2017. And what we do is we bring mindfulness-based coping skills to life in the outdoors. So we take kids out rock climbing, paddling, skiing, and we use these sports as a way to teach kids resilience in the face of stress. So there's about 3 programs that kids can interact with. So they can either come on our mindfulness mini camps, which are completely free, or they can engage in our school or team-based programs, which focus on mental training to help kids be successful at school and in sports, as well as in their daily lives.
This is so applicable, and I think this is one of the things that people often forget. And I think the outdoors is the best teacher on the planet, for one. And some of these, like resilience, are there other character qualities that when these kids engage that you're discovering, like, wow, we put them in this paddling experience, or we put them in this hike, and they're discovering these things about themselves? Have you seen something that really stands out?
Well, one of the things that we think is coolest is that kids really figure out that whatever helps them get through a tough moment, like maybe it's rock climbing or out, on the water, those same skills apply everywhere in life. So Jay and I were just talking about how the same things that help you succeed in sports are the things that help you do well at school, in relationships, at work, everywhere in life. So it's neat to kind of draw those connections from the outdoors.
It's a great bridge, and I think it's probably the best way, certainly with kids, on how to learn, get them engaged in sort of this kinesthetic experience that teaches them something. I am absolutely in awe. Now, Jay, you're an athlete, and you run this association, and you're doing great work in the community. Again, I've been sharing your story a little bit.
Thanks.
And quite often with athletes, we talk about the physical preparation. I know I'm as one of them.
Yeah.
That's all I knew.
Yeah.
Just work harder, work harder, work harder.
Yeah.
And everyone forgot to tell you about the mental preparation. Could you share a little bit about that, the significance and the importance of doing that?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the physical aspect of training is the fun part of it, right? Like you get out there, you hit the trails, you hit the water, whatever it is, and you see improvements, based off training plans and those types of things. But if you're not set up mentally, all of that can just be thrown out the window really, really quick. Having a positive mindset going into each of your trainings will allow you to become a better athlete. And then ultimately over time, you're going to be able to use those the mental capacity that you're building through positivity to become the athlete that you want to be and fulfill the goals that you want to. And vice versa, it can have a negative effect. There's been many a times where you could have all the training dialed in, you get to race day, you're in a negative position mentally for whatever reason, and next thing you know, you have the worst race of your life. And it really comes down to where your mindset is, and positive is positive and negative is not.
It is so true, but that's where you see like peak performers and people who perform at a high level, both in life, by the way.
Yeah.
I think this is applicable, which makes this so extraordinary, because I do think people I've done all the training, I prepared for this moment physically, and then we were just looking at Simone Biles on 90 Seconds to Stoke, but she's a great example of that.
Yep.
And some of these skills, in a way, you go, look, it's all different when the lights come on, right?
Yeah.
When the pressure situation. Now, how do you navigate that, not try to control it? And you teach these things. Are there some experiences that you've encountered that really have stood out to you and go, wow, this is something we're doing that really makes a difference?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, one of the greatest things with the kids is to be able to give them a little bit of uncomfort kind of positions, so they can feel what it's like to be comfortable being uncomfortable, is the kind of the slogan that I always like to use. And it starts with the mind. If you can sit there and be like, okay, we're going to do this. It's going to be uncomfortable, but you're going to be okay. And they go through it and they are uncomfortable and then they come through it okay. It's like this big opening of opportunity starts to rise, and they could go, through my mind, I understood that this was going to be hard, but I was able to get through it, and getting through it is the positive piece of it.
Yes.
And usually they're all physically capable, but it's their mind that's holding them back from getting into the water or standing on the board or going down this, this snow line or whatever it is, right? Place it in. But if you can show them the way and they're going to be okay, next thing you know, when they have to take a test, they're like, I've been here before with this feeling, and I'd be able to kind of push through that feeling in order to do the test or, in place whatever you want.
We could go deep dive on that.
Oh, yeah.
I'm 100% getting out of our comfort zone. I just want to make sure we get in this beautiful summit that you have coming up before we head out. I got to wrap this up in about 15 seconds, but can you share people a little bit about the time and the date and how people can register?
Yeah, absolutely. So Jay just nailed it. That mental piece, it's everything. And so we know that everybody can benefit from these skills. So we're really excited to be hosting the inaugural Lake Tahoe Performance Summit on Friday, September 27th at Everline Resort and Spa in Olympic Valley. And if you want to go to courageproject.org, you can click on the Performance Summit link, and that'll take you to registration. And we want to offer outside viewers the 25% discount code with outside 25 at registration. So we hope everyone can make it. We're excited to have everyone there.
There you go. Note to self. Dr. Bree Moore, thank you for Jay Well. Thank you. This isn't our last conversation for sure. Nice. I might even show up at the event. So
I would love to have you.
I would love to be there. Grateful to have you in here. Again, thank you for what you do for the community.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Check out thecourageproject.org, nonprofit organization doing great things. And now I'm just inspired, yes, thank you, Jenny, as well, and you, to do this as an elevating event. You need to know more and get engaged. This is something really, really extraordinary. And this is the lifestyle we lit up here. Adventure, right? All right, there you go. Find your true nature in nature, y'all.